My friend, I have some bad news for you. You ain't never gonna get water from that there rock. Not ever. Never ever. So you can keep on squeezing it or nurturing it or worshiping it, but ain't no water ever gonna come out. Not ever. You could canoodle, cajole, or pay. You could fall down on your knees and pray. You could sing one of my favorite songs, from Moulin Rouge, Come What May. You could blow it up. You could say what's up. You can have Messi kick it through the bars at the next World Cup, but you ain't never, ever, ever, ever going to get water from that rock. What? You know what? That was just a song. That was a song that someone sent in. Look, if you're doing something that you've been doing for a long enough period of time, that you have more than an ample size of a sample, and you still are not getting what you want, I hope that you take heed to that little ditty, that little metaphor, that little rock opera, because you can't get water from a rock, and you're not going to get something from someone or something that it's incapable of giving. Even a blind man knows when the sun is shining, right? Bunch of deadheads. Even a blind man knows when the sun is shining, but if the same blind man goes out and he stares out into the sun and he thinks that by doing that he's going to learn how to read Braille, well, that's trying to get water from a rock, right? So it's, even more if you want to think about it. If you knew, let's say, creative visualizations, okay, the best, right? So if you knew that by practicing creative visualization every single day for 15 minutes was going to have a powerful impact on your life, it was going to influence the events of your life, and that you knew, because it is known and has been known for hundreds of years, that by mentally picturing exactly what it is that you want and envisioning it and imagining it and feeling it as if it were already so, that events are going to unfold in your life that are going to make it so. Knowing that, and you know that, if you don't do it, then you are trying to get water from a rock. Although, I guess in that kind of in that way, you would be trying to maybe just look at a rock and thinking that it's going to open up and spill out water. Okay, that's not even a great analogy. That wasn't a great one, but you understand the point. So it's like when you're not going to get water from a rock by doing something, and in this case, you wouldn't be doing the something if you're not doing that, if you're not practicing, call it what you want. It's a manifestation practice. If you're not doing it and it works, and it works, and maybe you doubt it works because you've never done it consistently, or so let's stay with that example for just a second. But if you do your creative visualizations every day for 15 minutes, right, and you passionately do it and you commit to doing it, but for the rest of the day, you're doubting that it's going to work, that's also not a great analogy, because in that sense, you're not really trying to get water from a rock, because it's like you're trying to put water in the rock. I don't even know. But there's the same idea. And the idea being that if you're doing something that is not in your best interest, and you know that it is not in your best interest, if you know that it doesn't work, whatever it is you're doing, and you keep doing it, just stop. It's like trying to get water from a rock. And so whether it's like, you're what you're telling yourself, so you're telling yourself a version of your life story that makes you unhappy. Stop it. That's trying to get water from a rock. Or you're trying to make someone love you by telling them how much they don't love you. They're never going to love you. They're a rock. Okay? There's no water there. It's like if you keep telling yourself you suck and then you wonder why you suck. That's not exactly the water from the rock analogy, but it's the same idea. It's the same idea. Okay? It's like you're playing small and you know you're a fucking giant. Stop it. It's water from a rock and you're not going to get it. If you want water, go to a fountain, go to a lake, go get yourself a bottle of water, okay? But don't try to get it from a rock. You know what? The rock actually does have value that it can provide you, just not in the way that you're trying to get the value. Okay, you can squeeze it as a stress reliever, or you could put it on your desk as a paperweight and stare at it and remind yourself that someone once made $10 million selling that as a pet. You're not going to get water from it, though. Ride the horse in the direction that it's running. It's metaphor madness. Stay hot, baby. Stay fucking hot.